So guys, now let's talk about subplots. Okay, so when you have multiple plots inside a same plot, in that case it's better to use subplots to separate both the things. Okay, so yeah, you can see we have these all developer salaries as well as Python dev salaries, right? And these are all assumptions, these are not true values. Again, I'm saying that, yeah. So we actually plotting that thing. So yeah, so all developer salaries plot is actually in blue color and Python dev salaries are in orange color, right? So if I run this cell, it will plot this kind of thing. And to use subplot, first of all, we obviously need to learn the basic things. So yeah, so to create a subplot, you just need to write over here fig. It should be fig. You can write anything over here. It is a variable name, obviously, so there is no it is not case sensitive. You can just write anything, and let's just make ax, okay, and that will be equals to plt dot subplots, okay. And now that means instead of writing plt everywhere, we can just write ax, okay. So quickly that copy the ax and paste it over here, as well as paste it all the places where the plt is present. But there is one more thing. When we wrote plt, we can just write plt dot title, right? Similarly, we can write plt dot x level, but I don't know why they just changed that thing. So when you write the subplot variable name, that is ax or whatever you wrote over there, so in that case you just need to write set title, set x level, set y level, okay. So set underscore titles, and similarly over here set underscore x level and set underscore y level, okay. Now if I run it, you can see there is no error. It ran the code and it is showing the similar which we already saw when we ran through the previous code. So why we are doing this kind of things? That is because of it is not useful when you are making these two plots in a single plot, okay. So when you want to separate these two things, in that case it's going to be really helpful. So let me just quickly show you how it works. So let's just go into the next cell and let me just quickly show you how it works, okay. So fig comma ax is equals to plt dot subplots, right? And we are actually using this thing for now. So now if I just print the ax, you can see it is a basic plot, right? But there is something like rows and columns, okay. So if you just make it in rows equals to 2 and in cols equals to 1, now if I run this code, now you can see we have 2 rows, 1 column, right? So these are the 2 rows and 1 column. So this is really helpful when you are plotting. Assume this one, okay. So for in the first plot, we can just plot the all developer salary graph, and for the second one we can just plot the Python dev salary, right? Similarly, when you write in cols equals to 2, that means number of columns is 2 and number of rows is still 2. So if I run it now, so you can see we have this kind of plots. So 2 rows, 2 columns, okay. So this is the main thing of subplots. You can make any number of rows, any number of plots by dividing a single plot, okay. So we have this single plot and now we can divide it into any number of parts, okay. So since we have only two data over there, all developer salaries and Python developer salaries, so we can just use that one, okay. N rows is equals to 2 and n cols is equals to 1. So we can just make this kind of plots and we can separate the both the salaries inside both the plots, right? So let's do that. So yeah, we have to just write over here n rows equals to 2 and n cols equals to 1, okay. And since now we have these 2 rows, we actually need 2 variables. For example, we have only ax right over here, right? And we also need one more variable to store the second row, right? So let's just put a parenthesis over here and make it ax1 and ax2, okay. So ax1 means this particular above figure, okay, and ax2 means this particular plot, okay. So yeah, let's just use those things. So instead of writing ax normally, we can write ax1 for all developer salaries and ax2 for Python dev salaries, okay. And similarly, we have these title labels and y labels. So we also need to copy this thing from here and paste it under the ax1. So this should be ax1 title, ax1 x label, ax1 y label, and this should be ax2 title, 2 label, and 2 y label. So now if I run it, so you can see, let's just remove this cell for now. Okay, so you can see we have these two plots divided by a single plot. So this was a single plot previously, now it's divided into two plots, and you can see we have this title 2 times, which is really odd. So we can just quickly remove this title from the second one. So we only want the first one's title. So now if I run it, now it's quite good, and there is, I guess, yeah, so we can clearly see that the x-axis values are also repeating. We also don't want that. We want our x-axis values as the bottom of the total plot, right over here, not over there, right? So we can basically share these x-axis values, so by writing share x. Okay, you can also share the y-axis values also by writing share y. So share x can be true. Okay, now if I run it, so now you can see we have only these x-axis values, not over here. But there is one more problem. We have this legend only for the Python devs, not for the all devs. That's because of we only wrote over here plt.legend. So let's just quickly remove that also, and let's just make it ax2.legend and ax1.legend. Okay, now if I run it, so you can see both the things have this legend thing, right? So by writing in this method, we already have that single big plot, and now we are dividing that big plot into two smaller plots. But what if you want two big plot by dividing one single big plot? Okay, in that case you can just separate this ax1 and ax2, these things. Okay, so I'll just quickly comment this thing and write over here again fig. Since we are making two big plots, so we also need to change the figures for both the things. So it should be figure 1 and ax1. Okay, and that will be equals to plt dot subplots. Okay, and the next one can be fig 2, that means figure 2 and ax2. Okay, and again it can be plt dot subplots. Right, now if I run it, so now you can see these two are now separated into two big plots. So both the things are totally separate, they are not related to each other, and yeah, in this way you can use these subplots. Okay.